And the thing that makes me want to bash my head into that wall repeatedly is when I see talented music producers, when I see singer-songwriters, musicians, bands, managers for that point, thinking that the A&Rs, thinking that the executives at the labels. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, sellmusic.com, here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing techniques and strategies to help transform that passion for making music and turn it into a legitimate business that's going to provide you with freedom and fulfillment, two of the most important things in life in general. Now, this video is needed because I think it's an epidemic of misunderstanding when it comes to young, new, fresh artists and producers and recording artists and singer-songwriters, bands. You get the picture. Now, what I'm talking about is thinking that these huge labels, thinking that these A&Rs or even managers are scouring their mailboxes, their physical PO boxes for discs, right? For thumb drives. And then they're going to find someone that's just got started and they're going to pluck them and grow this huge audience, and they're going to put them up on the biggest stages in the world, and they're going to throw awards on their shelves without any proof, without any buzz, without any hard work, longevity, or origin story. Now, we've talked about it before in videos, but this is something that I think is getting out of hand because so many people hit me with frustration because they've posted a few, posts to Instagram and YouTube, and maybe they released an album on Spotify, which, side note, if you have, congratulations, that is a huge milestone in any of our careers to be able to share what we started with up here and we put it out to the world for them to enjoy. But the issue is, we're not giving it the time and attention. We're not giving it the focus and the hard work. We're not building up that distinction of who we are to people that are searching for us, right? Now, I'll tell you straight out that LA, Atlanta, New York, London, like these huge cities are so jam-packed full of people that are way more talented than you and I, that the only way that you and I can actually have a chance when it comes to the labels and the huge stages with hundreds of thousands of people showing up to see us is if we put in the footwork and we build an audience. It's up to us to do that. So many of us want to be known as a world-renowned gardener, but we're too lazy. We don't have that discipline to plant the seeds. We don't have the patience to wait for the sproutlings or whatever they're called to come from that soil. We don't have the intestinal fortitude or we don't give a shit enough to go and find out what fertilizers would be best with that soil, how much sunlight these plants need. We don't care to go through and weed out the weeds and make sure that we have everything that these plants need to thrive and then wait for harvest. Now, what I'm doing obviously is a metaphor for our music. No, we start a brand, we have a name, maybe we go and do a profile photo, we put it up on Instagram, we shoot our first video for YouTube, we buy some gear or go to a studio to record ourselves, and we have a pad or like a writing pad or maybe an iPad, and we're writing lyrics, and we have all these ideas. And the thing that holds a lot of creators back is all we want to do all day is create. It's like these kids that are obsessed with video games and all they want to do is play video games. Well, guess what? Video games are the same as music. If you want to be known as a top 5 player of Call of Duty, how do you become that? Well, you have to go out, you have to network, you have to build a name for yourself, and all of a sudden a buzz starts. You don't become a top 5 player of Call of Duty from playing single player mode with no internet connection. Yet a lot of us make music behind our little laptops and on our keyboards, and we'll take a microphone and start recording ourselves, and we have this huge labyrinth of content, but we don't share it. We don't think it's important to go get a photo shoot done or grab a cell phone or grab a camera and put it on a tripod and take photos of ourselves for video because we feel weird about that. We feel like we don't deserve attention. We feel like maybe we're not the type of person to be a TV host, or, we're not Drake or Adele or Beyonce or Barbara Streisand. This is the thing that's the misconception. If you want to be somebody, you have to let the world know and show them why they should consider you as somebody, right? Now, if I'm an investor, if I'm a manager, if I'm an A&R or an executive with a label, guess what? I'm going to look for people that have an incredible amount of talent, but who would you choose? the guy who's been at it for maybe 5 or 6 years and has a good solid 10 to 50,000 people that follow him and are pretty loyal to what he does and are excited about his new music and the behind the scenes stuff and what his dog ate that day because he's really engaged with these people, or somebody that has a lot of talent, might look and sound very similar to this other guy, but just uploads music and doesn't want to be bothered by the work that it takes to go out there and market themselves, go out there and build a brand, reach out and actually care to have conversations with strangers because they're so proud and excited about what they're doing. There's a big difference between building a buzz and showing these labels, showing these A&Rs and managers that you have a work ethic worth paying attention to versus all these other people. And I know a lot of you guys watching this might actually be in this group right now, and I'm trying to knock you out of this mindset, but there's this huge group, 90% of people, if not more, that just think that making good music alone is magically going to deliver them to success. It's going to, all of a sudden, just one day they wake up and they hit the music career lottery, and all of a sudden they have 100,000 fans that are willing to pay $10,000 a piece so they can roll out of their one-bedroom apartment into a mansion with a Bentley and a Ferrari. I've watched a whole lot of movies, and that even seems far-fetched in a movie, no matter how many lens flares you want to throw on it. Shout out to Michael Bay. Side note, if you want to actually take your music career to the next level, it's not just about posting photos to Instagram. It's not just about putting videos on YouTube. It's about connection. No different than if you were to come and see me at a networking event, we would have a conversation. You wouldn't just come up to me and say, "Hey bro, here's a mixtape, listen to it," right? Yet so many people ask me what to say on Instagram, what to say on social media. It's all right here. We can connect with one another. It's all right here. We can build an audience. We need to take that music as the hypothetical loaf of bread that you would share with your community. And if you have really good bread, people are going to be very excited anytime you show up to that community event. So make the music. Get good at making the music. Invest in gear. Invest in understanding how to record yourself, or have friends or peers record you. Go to studios. Put money back into the music community if you have it. But you need to understand why people should care. Because if people care and you understand your messaging and you understand how to get people to care about you and your music, labels understand that. They could see you from a mile away. A&Rs see that. Managers, their mouths start watering because they're like, "Oh, this person gets it. I can rely on this person." You know how many people have invested their hard-earned money, their funds on music creators that just disappear and get lazy because they think they've made it? That's why they're picky. That's why they have a lot of criteria before they're even going to consider you. Because just because you sound like Sia, or you can rap like Drake, or you name it. Name anybody on the Billboard charts. If you are just as talented as them, why is it that people aren't investing in you? It's because they don't know who you are yet, because you haven't done a good job at building an audience, building a story, building an engaging community that's going to care. Labels start caring once you build a buzz. If you don't like that, if you go out and talk negatively about the world, if you're cynical and skeptical that, the music industry is broken, nobody's making money anymore, you can't do it, you're too old, I don't have the gear, there's a bunch of people out there that don't let those excuses and don't let that mindset hold them back. And those are the people we're going to be reading about on Billboard. I want you to click here so you can show your friends and family what can be done. And then while you're at it, join the channel family by clicking that little icon, hit me with the thumbs up, and smashing that bell icon so you can be notified first anytime I upload a video just like this. Let me know in the comments below how long you've been at it, and I'm going to see you in the next video.